guys, today we're going to be teaching you the best ways to use the default loadout and some stuff you should buy with the keys when you get a lot of stuff. So Brian, go ahead and equip that default loadout. Also say hi to the camera.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Anyways, if this tutorial is helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and let's go. So what we're going to be teaching today is how to use the assault rifle, the pistol, the fist, the grenade. I'm going to be telling you the damage of each and special ways that you can use the different abilities like this. Anyways, we'll be teaching you all of those today. Anyways, let's go. So the first weapon we have is the AR. Probably the most famous weapon in the game because of how many people actually use this. This weapon does 12 damage as a body shot and 15 damage as a headshot. Now the pistol, a great beginner weapon if you don't have a good melee like Shorty. Or, I'm sorry, not melee, secondary. So what you could use is the pistol also does 12 damage for a body shot and 15 damage for a headshot. So, next is Fist. Fist does 30 damage no matter where you hit it. So, yeah. Now, finally, Grenade. Grenade does 75 damage. I didn't explode it where it would actually show it. As you can see, 75 damage. And it is actually really good. Not because it does 75 damage. I mean, it is really good because it does that. But it's also an explosive. And if you look at the fun facts, I like to use them as tips because sometimes they're not even fun facts. But explosives do allow you to boost in the air. And I'll show you how. So instead of throwing it onto the ground and it running and sliding and jumping, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold it in your hand, look backwards, and point to the ground. That'll boost you in the air. Then you can switch and click the AR and look at the player and shoot them. Maybe even go to pistol. So now another combo you can do with this is when you're using this, do this. If I'm going to be teaching you that now. So basically, if you didn't know, Fist, I forgot to tell you this, but Fist, you can double jump. It's not really a special mechanic. All you have to do is just click the jump button twice. Now, if you're on mobile, at the top right of your screen will be two buttons. One is Quick Utility, which will throw out your grenade, and one is Quick Melee. You're gonna be clicking the one that has like the fist symbol. If you're using like something different than fist, it'll have like a different symbol for a melee. But anyways, you can hold out any weapon, like maybe even the grenade if you want to double jump with the grenade. Who knows? But you're just gonna want to hold out a weapon that you want to double jump with. This will also save, like you'll be able to scope immediately. So if you don't notice that I can scope immediately on the pistol, but on the AR, if I switch back to the AR, I can't scope immediately and I have to wait. But if you use Quick Melee, you can instantly scope in. And so at the top right, you click the Quick Melee. And if you're on PC and we haven't changed your, what is it called? Hotkeys, the button will be F. And also this is really useful if you're trying to just like hit somebody for 30. So what it does is you can do the double jump and it will automatically throw a punch for you. So like, boom, and you can go to your shit. So, those are all the special features that you can do with the default loadout. Brian, did I miss anything?
No, but I think I have something suggested for whenever you're planning to get a new weapon.
All right, and what is that?
Okay, so it costs 5 keys, and it can go through riot shield and katana. It is the spray. It is pretty good. and it's a perfect to go with
Keep moving your screen.
assault rifle and stuff. So
All right, so yes, the spray.
plus,
So the spray can go through a katana, and the spray
and it
can shoots 5 bullets at once, has 90 bullets, and can get you in for 5 headshots and can get them down 50 damage, and for a body shot it can get them down 40. So this is a very recommended weapon for both of us, only going at 5 keys. So if you hit them 3 times with the headshot, it'll do 150 damage, killing them. So this is a very useful weapon. Oh crap. It's a very useful weapon, and we highly recommend it for new beginners and stuff. I made a mistake of not buying this weapon because I never tested it out in the shooting range. Another weapon. So after you buy the spray, you can save up for 2 things, okay? They're both recommended by us. We prefer only one of these though. It is the shotgun, but if you want to save up even more, you can buy the burst rifle. So I'll be showing you both of these. The shotgun, I have a skin on this, by the way. It's just it's just a cactus skin, so it's like nothing special. It doesn't help with anything. The shotgun, it has its own crosshair. It gets smaller the closer you get to a player, so you can see it. Problem is, on the shotgun, when you aim, it does not have a crosshair. And you want to tell them why, Brian?
That's because if you do not have like a specific kind of crosshair, then you enable the setting show while aiming. It will not show it unless you have the thing override specials, which overrides special kind of crosshairs like shotgun and shorty.
Okay.
And distortion.
Good, Brian. So, what Brian was saying is that in your settings tab, when you go to your crosshair, if you do not activate override specials, like override special crosshairs that you get, it will pick a crosshair for your different weapons. So, yes, Brian got that exactly correct. And so, yeah. Anyways, the shotgun crosshair is also really good. I don't mind that if you're aiming, it doesn't show a crosshair though, because it does have a wide, the further you go back, the wider the bullets stretch. And a headshot can do a 1 shot, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess not right now.
If you get close, you could do an instant kill.
Yes, I got an instant kill, and yeah, it was just painful.
I think but if you get something like shorty, if you get close enough, it can do up to 225 damage.
So the next one that you could buy is actually bow. Bow also allows you to double jump. So let's say you pair this up with spray, also good weapon. You use the fist and the grenade. You will have something crazy. So you first throw the grenade, use bow, switch to spray, use the double jump feature by quick melee, and you can get all the way across the shooting range over to here and shoot your bullets and eventually kill them. So that is another good loadout. Very spammy though. People could call you in the chat a very spammy person. Just don't mind them. It's all about you winning the game, progressing. It's not about what other people think about you playing this game. Now, I will say, if you use pay to win, you're going to get a lot more comments, and some people are going to hate you. So, if you're out there, please do not use pay to win to your advantage. Unless, if they're being toxic, then go for it. But, anyways, now, another one is that if you pair this up with shotgun, there's a good one. So it's called flare. A flare, basically what it does is it sets a pit of fire, and if they stand in it, they go on fire, and that lasts for a long time. So So it's great for grinding like damage until they're low, so then you can eventually just one-shot them with the shotgun. Anyways, yeah.
I got some.
So another one is Uzi. If you save up for this, this is basically the spray, but instead of doing like bursting some bullets at once, then pausing, it does it all at once, and you can do up to 270 damage with headshots. For body shots,
I got something.
you can do 260. So, with that being said, Uzi is just basically a better version of spray. Now,
I got one thing.
wait, hold up. Now, if I was back when Rivals like first had the scythe, I would say get the scythe. But they randomly changed it to where it now costs 40 keys. I remember when it only cost 10. But now the best one to get is knife. And let me tell you why. I think it costs like 25 keys, but it has a great feature. I have a skin on this. The knife won't look like this. But basically, one slash does 40 damage, okay? And that's not even the best feature. So, there's a special thing. On mobile, if you click the aim button, it will do this. On PC, if you use right click on your mouse, it'll do the same thing. Now, if you go to the back of a dummy or a player, it'll do 150 damage. And a good way to do this is by dashing back into them and doing it. So if you practice this, you can one-shot them. And I mean one-shot them. Like, you don't have to do it twice. It instant kills, and you don't have to shoot any other weapons. So, anyways, yeah. Another great thing to buy, it allows you to have the double jump feature too. It's daggers. And let me tell you why. If you pair this up with bow, daggers, knife, and warhorn, okay? Activate. So, warhorn costs 35 keys. It basically gives you a speed boost for a little bit. Anyways, it's really good. But anyways, if you ever get bow and daggers, it's very good. By the way, shooting the bow is not good. But anyways, the daggers shoot 2 at once, okay? A headshot does 40 damage. And if you get 2 headshots, that can do 80 damage, which is really insane. A double body shot does 40 damage too. So they throw 2 of them. They spread across the wide range. Like if you turn your screen, one could go that way and the other one could go that way. But if you lock your screen, they will both go to the same direction. Like if you just go like that. See? They're not like. But anyways, this is daggers. Now the reason why we picked this slot out is not actually because the daggers feature of like shooting. It's actually because of the knife. So you can double jump with bow. You can also double jump with daggers, which allows you to do this. Yes, this did take some practice for me. A lot of practice actually to like be able to nail this. And remember guys, practice makes perfect. But anyways, this is really good because if you can go one direction, then the other direction, and then spin around and do a crazy backstab. Now, that's all for me, guys. I will leave the mic over to Brian to tell you some great combos too. So, Brian, you now have the mic.
All right. So I got something that will substitute a really skilled weapon called sniper. And the substitute is crossbow. This is the thing I use mostly, and it is a pretty good weapon. It does half as much damage as sniper, which does cost 75 keys, but I'm not sure how much crossbow costs, but I think it's like 25 or 35.
I think it's 30.
Okay, so like 30. You can use this, and there's an advantage to it. Since it's like bow, you cannot use katana, which deflects bullets. on it, and it also you can headshot and it reloads really fast, doing half of the person's damage.
So tell them how much
Basically,
damage that is.
what?
Tell them how much the crossbow damage is for a headshot.
The headshot does 75 exactly, and for the regular body shots, 7.5.
Okay, so what Brian is saying is basically what Brian is saying is that if you get 4 shots without getting headshots, it will do all the way. So anyways, it's a substitution for sniper. Sniper is a big one. You're gonna have to save a lot of keys for that. When me and Brian tried to get sniper, we could have gotten so many guns and stuff that was really good, but we grinded. We saved up until we could get this weapon. And this weapon is a whopping 75 keys. Now, if you use this weapon, nobody will say pay to win. Because this weapon is 75 keys, but most people save up for it, okay? So nobody will really call you pay to win, but remember, it doesn't matter what other people say, it's what you think. So the sniper does on a regular headshot 150 damage. Just like the knife, it'll instantly kill them if you get a headshot. For a body shot, it does 50 damage. And there's nothing really special about this. Besides, remember how I told you could skip the loadout? That's extremely good for this weapon. And let me tell you why. The sniper has a long thing before you can actually scope it. By the way, this is not what the sniper is going to look like. It is actually going to look like a sniper that you pull the thing back, or you push the thing up, then it'll shell ejects. But this is actually a skin. This is actually a skin for the sniper. So yeah. But
it's the Event Horizon, and it is a pretty good skin.
See, I don't know if it actually does, but some people say it helps you with their aiming. I don't know. I was just happy I got it because I think it does, but some people say that it does. But anyways, let's get into the thing with it. Okay. So basically, it does this, and the reason why I want to tell you about, so look, when I equip it, it takes a long time for it to be able to scope in. And you can hear me clicking, ready? Alright, so it takes kind of a while. So, pairing this with fists is great. And daggers, so you could slide, double jump off the ramp, then use quick melee while double jumping again. So like this, and then go into sniper. That's why fist is mostly paired with sniper. And that's how you also see some people using fist and instantly hitting with them. With sniper. But anyways, now that we got that down, we're going to show you another good weapon. We're not going over the pay-to-win weapons because, just nobody uses them. This weapon, I only like using it if other people are using it, and this is the RPG. I don't like using this because it's really just annoying. And when it's annoying, it can really get, people will start using, people will find, weapons that can counter it, like flares and, pay to win. So I don't like using this weapon. But if they're being toxic, go ahead. If they're using it, go ahead. So let's go over the things it can do. Headshot, it doesn't matter. The headshot just counts as a body shot. A body shot does 100 damage, but if they're in the splash range, it only counts as, well, if you hit them in the body, it counts as 50 or 100. But oh my god, if they're in the splash range, it only does 50, which allows you to do this, and only have to do a splash next to get them 150. Once again, I don't like this because it has a ginormous splash range like the Exagun. Anyways, the Exagun is a pay-to-win weapon. But it just has a giant splash range, and it is very hard to like counter without any pay-to-win. But anyways, yeah. Next weapon is the burst rifle. This isn't actually that expensive. It's only 25 keys, about the same exact as a knife. The burst rifle, what it does is it bursts bullets at like amounts. So like kind of like the spray, it does 5 bullets at once. This one does 3. All you have to do is just one click, and then it shoots off 3 bullets. If you hold it, it does it faster though. It has 75 bullets if you get all of them on a headshot, which is kind of like crossbow. It can do, it can 2-shot them. For body shots, it does 50 damage, it looks like. So, yeah. Now we've gone all over that. Some other good ones. So, we haven't really covered over revolver and like a bunch of these. But basically, we're just going over the cheap beginner ones, okay? Besides sniper, because sniper's like extremely good. So we're not going over gunblade, but we are going over revolver. So revolver does 40 damage for a headshot and 30 damage for a body shot. A thing you can do with this is that if you hold down, aim, or right click on PC, it'll shoot all of them once. And if you do that, it's really good. Katana. So, Katana can do 45 damage. It got buffs. Which allows you to 4-shot them. So, yeah. And its special ability is that when a shot's coming at you, if you block it with the katana, it'll reflect it back at them, and they'll actually take the damage. But the problem is, spray, it goes through the katana. Uzi, it goes through the katana. Katana cannot defend RPG. Katana cannot defend any splash ranged weapons or like energy rifle. It's very easy to get. I believe it only costs like 30 keys. And now for like the last weapon we're gonna do, because this video is kind of long. We're gonna go over the chainsaw. This one actually only costs 15 keys and can actually, I believe, 3-shot. So the chainsaw is actually one of the best weapons in the game. It only costs 15 keys. Again, it's the same price as the bow, and look what it can do. Get rid of their health insanely fast. This is a skin, by the way. It'll actually look like a chainsaw. I got the drill. So if you left click or just use it regularly, you do 60 damage. You can 3-shot them. Okay, but if you use the aim button or right click, it'll give you speed boost too, while also like it's like a spam. But anyways, that is the end for today's video. I hope you had a great time watching this video. I hope this really helped. Once again, if this video helped, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. Anyways, Brian, you wanna say bye? So I guess Brian's gone. But anyways, bye guys. Hope this helped.